are they not? We talked about what congruent meant yesterday, right? Yesterday it was tough. All sides are congruent. All angles are congruent. All right, depending on how big the shape was, that was tough. Well, now we're specifically talking about triangles. Okay, triangles only. We're going to learn about two shortcuts. So instead of doing side, angle, side, angle, side, angle, we can just use the SSS shortcut. If you can prove 3 sides are the same as 3 sides over here, automatically the triangles are congruent. You don't have to say anything about the angles. Or if you can use the SAS shortcut. So the first thing you're supposed to write down is the side postulate. The side postulate says 3 pairs of congruent sides. So if you have 2 shapes that have 3 pairs of congruent sides, they are geometrically defined as congruent. Allow me to give you an example. Are those 2 triangles congruent?
Yes.
Yes. They have one side that is congruent to the other side. They have a second side that is congruent to a second side. And they have a third side that's congruent to a third side. That is the SSS shortcut. Are those 2 triangles congruent?
Yes.
You answer yes. And you move on.
So just a white yes.
Yes. That's all you got to do. Right? In the future, you'll have a triangle like this that is named. Are these 2 triangles congruent?
Yes.
S, S, S. Is that the SSS shortcut?
C.
So because yes, those 2 triangles are congruent, you'd have to write a congruence statement. Name this triangle.
Triangle K.
J.
K.
You went across the 1, across the 2, across the 3. So you must do the same thing here. Across the 1, across the 2. That gives you all those corresponding parts that are the same. So the order matters when you name it. So that's the first one, the SSS shortcut. The second one is the SAS shortcut. This one is 2 pairs of congruent sides. Two pairs of congruent sides. 1 pair of included angles. 1 pair of congruent included angles. That word included is huge. What does it mean by included?
It's the angle mark.
Okay, so when you make a sandwich, would it be wise to put the meat in the sandwich?
Yes.
Or to leave the meat out of the sandwich?
Put it in.
Put the meat in the sandwich, right? So let's say Robert is the bread and Robert is the bread. Right now we have
2 slices.
we got our 2 slices of bread.
Make some toast.
Right? That's a terrible sandwich. Now let's say I want to add some meat to my sandwich. Is Jared now included in the sandwich? Right? Because he is between the 2 pieces of bread. It has to be important. Here's why. Let's say I draw you 2 triangles. Okay, if I mark these triangles up, what does this swoosh mean? Angle or side?
Angle.
Angle. Side or angle?
Side.
So, is this the SAS shortcut?
Yes.
It is?
Wait,
That spells SAS?
Oh.
Or is it the ASS shortcut? It is the ASS shortcut. And I told you guys that ASS does not prove
Shit.
that it doesn't work. That's why the A has to be between the S's. Over here, I have S, 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 A, SAS is the A between the S's. SAS proves congruence. ASS does not.
Mean shit.
Got it? It's funny what you remember and what you don't remember. At this point, I've taught you everything you need to know about these two shortcuts. Now it is just an application. Can you regurgitate the information to me? Yes or no? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. What additional information do you need to provide to prove those two triangles are congruent by the side, angle, side shortcut? Right now I have two triangles. R, D, F. And in that lower triangle, this angle is marked. On the other triangle, R, T, F. This angle is marked as congruent. I would like to use the side, angle, side shortcut. Do I have a pair of sides that is congruent in that figure?
Yes.
Which one? This line RF is the same in the lower triangle as it is the upper triangle. We call that the reflexive property. I can make these marks, right? Right now I have S, A. I need another, what do I need, an S or an A? I need an S. Right now I have SA. Where does the other S go? Right here, right? That way, the angle is between the sides. Now I have the SAS shortcut. So you provided the information that DF is the same as RT. That's the one layer that you're adding to prove they are congruent. Cool, right? You guys are doing letters today, A or S. Does it seem like something you can handle?
Or yes.
What other information do you need to provide to prove that these two triangles are congruent by the side, angle, side shortcut? Which angle?
Right angle.
Then I would have S, A, S, and an S, A, S. Is that what I needed?
Yes.
So you have to prove or state that angle B and angle E are congruent. That would make the triangles congruent. Here we go. I want you guys to prove with me that those two triangles are congruent. What do I need? What are my two options for proving congruence? Side, side, side. Or what do I have already?
Two sides.
I have side and side. Is there anything that I can add to that picture that I see?
Yes.
I can say that this side and this side are the same?
No. Not yet. Well, no, the A, the angle right there,
Those
are the same.
These are the same?
Vertical angle postulate.
The vertical angle theorem says those are the same. So, have I just proved those two triangles are congruent?
Yes.
What shortcut did I use?
SSS.
Nailed it. SAS. Just by adding that one layer that vertical angles are congruent, I know for a fact that those two triangles are congruent. Is it making sense?
Yes.
Yes or no? Congruent, yes or no? Mark what you have. What is this?
Angle. Side.
Is there anything else I can mark?
It's,
The side.
oh yeah, the other side.
Oh, yeah.
QN.
Oh.
Because it's the same as itself, right? What shortcut is that?
Lexus.
No, what is it? Is it the SAS shortcut?
SSS.
It's the ASS shortcut?
Yeah.
Does ASS prove anything?
No.
No. No.
So you see how the A is not nestled between these two S's?
Yeah.
So that doesn't work. The answer here is
No.
no. Not congruent. Okay, what about this guy? Yes?
Yes.
What do you have?
We have that side right there,
Side.
and we have that angle right there.
And then you have
That side
from
right
G to C, that's a side.
I agree that it is a side, but is it the same as anything else?
Yes, it has.
RY.
It has to be? You're so bossy. Why does it have to
Because there's
be?
a right. Because they're both right.
Because there's rules.
You cannot ask what you don't want to do.
You cannot assume anything. Is anything marked? It is definitely the same.
No.
For the angle.
So we can't.
It looks the
Make.
same.
Do you have a shortcut? Right now you have AS. Does that prove anything?
No.
I cannot say anything about this side or any other angles because I don't know anything else. Right?
Oh, this one, the next one's a yes.
This one's a yes?
Yeah, that one's a yes. Yeah.
S.
Side, and then Z and C are an angle.
You're so wrong.
This is an angle?
That has to be an
It is an angle.
Is it a congruent angle
angle. Dang, I give up.
Okay, John, just look.
So wrong.
Does it say anything about them being the same?
No.
No.
though?
So there's.
So is there an SS shortcut? No.
Know what? I just can't.
Unless it is explicitly marked, or you can draw a conclusion based on a definition, you can't assume anything.
Oh, they're congruent.
Oh, they are?
We got side.
Okay, hold on.
Quick with
Yeah,
that.
but what
He
about
was
the
real
side?
quick with that. He said, I see the S's,
I see the word.
and then he knew about the A's.
But you got
But it's also
third.
No, those are vertical angles, so they are true. That is true. But did you? O is the midpoint of NT. O is exactly in between N and T.
Yeah.
Does that help me?
Oh yeah, it does.
O is halfway between N and T.
So that proves
Yes.
What does it prove?
that they are congruent.
Because O is the midpoint, this piece and this piece are the same. Definition of a midpoint. So now I have another S. What shortcut did I just draw? The SAS shortcut. Are those two triangles congruent? Yes.
Yeah.
Because side angle side. Are these two triangles congruent?
Yes.
Are you sure?
You don't know the positive.
Hey, do it.
Absolutely positive.
Okay. All right, Killian, ready? Here we go. What is this?
Sides. Nerd sides. Yeah. And we got an angle right
You got your little angle.
Okay.
We got two little 90 degrees.
That's the same line, so it's congruent. So
Why?
Because
Don't ask them.
I
like
zero.
SAS.
Because of the
SAS.
SAS shortcut.
Yep.
That's not bad, right? You just state what you see, and the SAS shortcut is generated. It proves two triangles are congruent.
Yeah.
Okay, word problems. You guys hate word problems because you don't understand what they're saying. It's not. I'm really good at explaining word problems. Are you ready?
Okay.
Listen. A carpenter, that's a woodworker,
Oh,
is building a bird feeder. That's something that provides food to birds.
Okay.
He wants triangles, those are three-sided figures, on either side of the vertical post. This is a vertical post. He wants those two triangles to be congruent.
Slow down.
He measures. He took a tape measure and found the length and finds that A, B, and D, E are congruent. He also measured with the tape measure, find the length, and found that AC and DF are congruent. What else would he need to prove the two triangles are congruent by the side shortcut? Which two angles?
B and E angles.
B and E would be the ASS shortcut because the A is not between the
We
S's.
need angle A and angle D.
Angle A and angle D.
That would be the SAS shortcut. Then he said, you know what, never mind. I suck at measuring angles. I want to make sure I can use the SSS shortcut. What else would he need to measure?
Line BC.
C and S. Line B, C, line E,
See how that works? Was that word problem all that bad?
S.
No, Baker, you're a really good storyteller.
Big, you're the best.
Thank you.
I made sure that heard on the recording.
This is my favorite question. Go ahead. You're the artist.
Ooh, I'm an artist.
Art.
I'm the next Van Gogh.
Art, I'm Bob Ross. Take it.
Except the
With no afro.
Take it. I'm Bob Ross. You're your own artist. Draw it.
Alright, but
You draw it.
I am.
two triangles.
And my picture will be better than yours.
Oh, you want to bet?
Facts.
We're gonna put a little.
I will.
Draw it. You can't compare if you don't draw anything.
Well, I'm not going to draw, so you draw.
Okay. I need you to do this because you're going to stumble through and find some things that our pictures are going to be different. Let me read it to you. An artist, a person who draws things, draws two triangles. That's two three-sided figures. She, female, draws each triangle so that two of the three sides, one side is 4 inches long, one side is 5 inches long. There is also a 55-degree angle. Are her triangles congruent? Question mark. Explain.
SAS.
So you don't know what that angle is.
I know what I'm talking
You're the artist. Create your own picture.
Alright, I got it.
Yo,
about.
man.
Would you like to see my drawing?
Yes. Bob
Can you
Ross.
please use a light on this?
Happy triangles.
Can you draw some bushes?
Happy triangles.
You gonna make a house with a box?
What about the 55?
This could be trees,
Bro.
have to look.
Let him finish.
Don't rush the process.
Come on, Bob Ross.
4.
Ooh,
Does that fit the criteria?
Yes,
yes, so far.
5.
Ooh,
that's what I did.
4.
yes.
Am I still good?
Yeah.
Good.
5.
Okay.
Ooh.
Am I still good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. A 55-degree angle.
You can put it wherever.
They didn't say where it had to go, did they?
Yeah. I put it bottom left.
A 55-degree angle. Does my picture match what's up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Are those two triangles congruent?
Nope.
No.
It is proven.
You said yes. There's nothing proven.
I can't prove anything, right?
No, you cannot.
No. What about if I erase some stuff and fix my artistry?
Oh, good idea. I didn't draw it.
Oh, that's perfect. You're
Are,
golden.
so are these triangles congruent?
Yes.
The SAS
Side
shortcut.
angle side.
Okay. What if
I don't like what
I did that?
No.
That's ass.
No. This one is ASS and this one is SAS. Do they even match?
No.
No. So it all depends on what kind of artist you are. Are you Bob Ross or are you an aspiring
My
artist?
name is Carl.
Put it that way. Okay, let's try it again. A student, maybe more intelligent than an artist, maybe less intelligent, draws two triangles. I drew them for you. Triangle ABC and triangle XYZ. Are they congruent? So the first thing you have to do is draw two triangles. We start drawing. Maybe you should label them first. So here's where you can screw this up. Name the left triangle.
Good idea.
Triangle ABC.
How?
DAB.
Right, what's wrong? Same angle.
There's no dabbing in this problem. It's A, B, C. You can cab it or you can back it, but you can't dab it. Sorry, maybe next time.
With a Deborah.
Where's A go?
On the top.
Right here, A.
Yeah.
B on the left.
No, on the right.
He said left first,
Ooh. You got beat, boy.
because he has no rights.
You got beat. Oh.
Get it?
Oh.
Oh.
So, because I named this triangle A, B, C, counterclockwise, starting at the top, I must start.
With X. Oh wait. Go down to Y. Then Z.
Now they are drawn and illustrated in the same fashion. Start marking what I know. A, B.
1.
Pew,
Pew.
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 Oh wait.
B, C. Pew, pew. Pew, pew. Angle B. That's more of a swoosh. Swoosh. Are those two triangles congruent?
Yes, it follows SAS.
Perfect. Nailed it.
And if it went through the A, it's
Yeah, going through SSS wouldn't be shit.
Hey.
What?
So, is that in your notebook?
I'm saying that.
Are these triangles congruent? Yes.
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
What shortcut did you use?
SAS.
SSS.
Yeah.
S. S.
What?
S.
Oh, the middle ones. The middle ones. The middle ones.
The middle one.
They are congruent. So,
Yeah, but I know.
listen. Linda.
Oh no.